this one up. Not that one, the other one. The other one. May light banish darkness forever. Sadhguru, kindle my heart's flame with thine. 'Tis thee who we worship, praying for thy mercy. 'Tis thee whom we worship, praying for thy mercy. Love's nectar shower upon us. Sadhguru, kindle my heart's flame with thine. May light banish darkness forever. Sadhguru, kindle my heart's flame with thine. For ages within us that power has been slumbering. For ages within us that power has been slumbering. Awaken Chick Shakti within us. Sadhguru, kindle my heart's flame with thine. May light banish darkness forever. Sadhguru, kindle my heart's flame with thine. For long in our heart that ember has been smoldering. For long in our heart that ember has been smoldering. The soul music of Soham awakens. Sadhguru, kindle my heart's flame with thine. May light banish darkness forever. Sadhguru, kindle my heart's flame with thine. Immortal soul, O Swami Brahmananda. Immortal soul, O Swami Brahmananda. Our lives at thy feet we surrender. Sadhguru, kindle my heart's flame with thine. Ariel?
Sure.
Is this the right? It's E minor. Ariel, dear Lord, what key do we use?
D minor? Just D minor?
Oh, I thought you said
Dog.
okay. A little spaced out. Ariel, dear Lord, Satnam, holy name. When I call on the light within me, Lord, I call on the light within me, Lord, I go home.
Thank you, band. There we go. Thank you for that wonderful, peaceful prelude. I'm Jeannie Fell. Welcome to Morning Star. I'll be your facilitator today. It'll be a very special day, I know. Hello to the Zoomers. Can we see some of their faces up there? We've got lots of the usuals and lots of others. Hey, Perry, Judith, Max, and Laura, and everybody else. We're glad all the Zoomers are here. I'll just start off with a reflection from the book, Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon. And this was recently given to me by a friend. And this is a lesson I learned a long time ago, but I really enjoy reminders. I always felt that my loved one's drinking was a terrible reflection on me, and I worried about what people thought. One day, he told me he wanted to get sober. I was elated for a day until his next binge. Then I was devastated. Some months later, my loved one finally did go to AA. 2 days later, the drinking began again. The most important thing I've learned in Al-Anon since then is that my well-being cannot depend upon whether or not the alcoholic drinks. His behavior is not a reflection of me. It's a reflection of his disease. However, my behavior is a reflection of me, and I owe it to myself to pay attention to what it has to tell me. I have to take care of myself. I have to accept that alcoholism is a disease which can be arrested but not cured. Many alcoholics make a number of attempts at sobriety before actually getting sober. Others never do. My life is too important to waste waiting for someone else's choices, even when it's someone I dearly love. So let's just have that serve as a reminder to many or all of us today. We'll now say our vision statement together. It'll be up on the screen, and it's on the front of the songbook. Our Sunday gathering is designed to provide a weekly encouragement to individually manifest our highest good and purpose in our lives. Inner direction is the key. We reinforce positive directions for our lives and the infinite potential within us. We seek connections to create an open atmosphere of acceptance of all backgrounds, races, and lifestyles. We come together in a spirit of inclusiveness, embracing all spiritual paths, honoring God in an atmosphere of unconditional love. Okay, we'll stand up and sing the sing-along song, We Are Drops, on page 52, and that'll be followed by our meet and greet.
We are drops of one ocean. We are waves of one sea. Come and join us in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. We are flowers of one garden. We are leaves of one tree. Come and join us in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. All the world is one country. Man is one. Can't you see? Come and
drops,
we are drops
of one ocean.
of one ocean.
We are
We are waves of one
sea.
of one sea.
Come and join
join
us
us
in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. We are flowers of one garden.
Of one garden.
We are leaves of one tree.
Of one tree.
Come and join us in our quest for unity. It's the way of life for you and me. All the world is one country.
Is one country.
Man is one.
Man is one.
Can't you see? Join us
Okay, everybody. The music has stopped, and that's our signal to find your seat.
We should take a chair out next time when we do that. We do like it.
Go ahead and find your seat, please, so we can move on to the Swami. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to break apart.
Gonna have to flip the lights on.
Okay, doing a good job now. That's me. All right. All you final. You know, my sons used to call me a human barnacle because at the end of the church service, I would just be staying there talking, yakking, and they'd want to get home and have dinner, you know, something to eat. And so they called me a human barnacle. You guys are acting like that today. Gosh, what a great group we have. Thank you for being here, Swami. We look forward to it. I can tell from several of you that went to the event yesterday, you have a glow, you have a peace. So I'm really looking forward to what we have today. First, we'll have our special song by the amazing band. Then I will introduce the speaker. And then we'll have the chant. And then Swami will just come up right after the chant and do the meditation and speak. Okay? So that's our pattern for today. Okay, we'll have a special song by the amazing band.
Feel the love and the presence and the blessings of the one. The source of everything, creator of the stars and of the sun. And I know that I'm part of it all. All one after all. Everything is from the one, many from the one. So there is a force of love. The force is all there is. It's more than everything we know. What a wondrous thing it is. And I know that I'm part of it all one I recall. feel the love and the presence and the blessings of the one. I feel the love and the presence and the blessings of the one.
That was lovely. Thank you, band. Frank, Jeffrey, Daryl, and Ken today, with Daryl singing. Was that an original? So that was an original written by Daryl and sung by Daryl.
Well, I did sing it. I'm not sure where it came from. From the one. Yeah, there we go. Everything is from the one.
Well, it's a beautiful expression that you put into words. And the birds are chiming in. Okay, I'll introduce our speaker today. And then after that, we'll have the chant, which will be Om Namah Shivaya, which I believe is not in the book, but you'll all will catch on quick. You're familiar with it anyway. Oh, okay, great. Okay, today we have Swami Brahmananda. Swami Brahmananda was born David Nowe in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. As a young man, he attended Catholic school, then went on to Columbia University, where he was introduced to meditation by his classmates. He set out on a spiritual journey to find God, which led him to his guru, Sri Baba Muktananda, whom he met in 1975 when he received Shaktipat initiation. He remained by Swami Muktananda's side, traveling with him around the world as his disciple. He ran the Sidde Yoga Ashram in Santa Monica on Muktananda's behalf and studied under him until his passing in 1982. Brahmananda currently resides in India and is on a world tour giving Kudalini initiation and Shaktipat intensives, a spiritual energy transmission that can be transmitted through a sacred word, a mantra, or the light touch of feathers. Brahmananda will be speaking on spiritual awakening in modern times, and here he is.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me all right? Okay. This mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, is the initiation mantra of our lineage. So I hadn't planned on giving the mantra in the meditation, but let's do it. So I'm going to do a little guided meditation, and at the end of the meditation, you can simply rest in the silence, or you can use this mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, as a centering tool. You don't need to chant it like that. Just simply repeat it at your regular rate of speaking. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. If you get to the place of complete stillness where you can't remember the mantra, that's the goal, to get to that stillness. So just rest there. If you find the mind wandering or thinking, recognize, bring your mind back to Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So the word Om is the designation for the one consciousness that we all share. Namah means I bow to, I honor, I worship. And in our tradition, Shiva is the name for the supreme consciousness that dwells within each of us as our true self. So this is an invocation to recognize the divinity that dwells within you, as your true self. So let's meditate. I invite you to close your eyes, get comfortable. Bringing your awareness to the breath. Just watching the breath, not trying to change it in any way. Notice that there's 4 parts to the breath. The breath comes in. There's a slight pause. The breath goes out. Slight pause. Witnessing the breath. Noticing that the breath of life breathes you without your effort. We can control the breath, but it breathes automatically. This is the goddess. This is the Shakti, the Kudalini within you, breathing you. Becoming aware of your physical body, noticing where your attention goes. As I say, look at your body. Where's the greatest sensation in your body? Is it in the heart? Is it in the head, in your knees? And I invite you to notice that you can witness the body. You can see it as an object, as something that the subjective awareness can observe. Can you observe the experience of feeling into your body? Then begin to notice any feelings or emotions that might be present. And instead of identifying with that emotion, that feeling, see if you can observe it, witness it as an object of your experience. It's arising in your field of awareness, entering into your consciousness, and you can witness it. Observe that. Then bring your awareness to the mind and begin noticing, is the mind still? Is it quiet and peaceful? Or are there thoughts there? Thoughts arising without us thinking about them. They just arise spontaneously and naturally. See if you can observe them as an object of perception. Can you watch the mind? And I ask you, who's witnessing those thoughts? This is the inner self, pure consciousness, pure awareness, pure being. So we can have thoughts. We are not our thoughts. We are not the process of thinking, but the witness of the sensations of the body, the witness of the breath, the witness of the feelings and emotions, and the witness of our thoughts. Can you sense into that and come into a full awareness of your own consciousness. This consciousness is really the goal of meditation, although the goal is probably not the right word. It's the observer. It's the inner self. This is who you truly are, this inner witness, the witness of the mind, the unchanging awareness that's ever present, that you've been since you can remember. When you were 2 years old, didn't you feel, I am, I exist? And as our bodies have aged and our minds have changed, something hasn't changed. Aren't you still you? There's a part of you that's unchanging. This is the nature of the inner self, the unchanging awareness, I am. Without words, we don't have to say I am. Just enter into the awareness that I exist. I am. Pure consciousness. The unchanging I, the witness of the mind. And we're going to meditate now on that self. So I invite you to meditate on your own inner being. To love yourself. To respect yourself. To worship your own being with the awareness that God, as you understand God, dwells within you, as your true self. This is who you really are. The one consciousness, the one heart, the one awareness that's at the core of our being. So we're going to sit quietly for a few minutes, meditating on the God that dwells within you as you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Bringing your awareness now back to the breath, watching the breath of life, breathing us spontaneously and naturally, becoming aware of the physical body. You begin to move your fingers and toes as you gently return to the waking state. I invite you to bring this inner awareness with you, an awareness of your own divinity, into the waking state. We don't have to leave it behind in meditation. In our tradition, we recognize that God dwells everywhere and in everyone and in everything. So we go beyond believing that we need to separate from the world. We embrace the world as the play of consciousness, as the play of divinity. This can really change your life, adopting this perspective that God dwells in everyone and in everything without exception. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Indian philosophy. Some of you may be familiar with Vedanta, which says that Brahman alone is real, the world is an illusion, and the true self is none other than God, Brahman. So this is what's called a non-dual philosophy. And I've studied it and practiced it. But there's a philosophy called Kashmiri Shaivism, which is a monistic tradition. How many of you have heard of Kashmiri Shaivism? Anyone? Only a few, okay. So it's what's called a monistic tradition, which means there's only one. And I think you practice that here, right? Don't you have the awareness that there's only one? And that means that everything is included in the one. Shaivism says, Chaitanyam Atma. It's the first sutra in the Shiva Sutras. Chaitanya's consciousness. The Atman is the inner self. It's that aspect of the Supreme that indwells each of us as our own being. And so consciousness is the very nature of reality. All of reality. So we embrace. It's not a world-denying approach to life. It's learning to practice to see God in everyone and everything, without exception. That's the rub. Don't we all have that one person that really, you can be in deep, deep meditation and you're in bliss and you see the one person that you hold a grudge with, and what happens to the bliss? It's out the window. So this is radical non-duality, monism, which means loving everyone and everything. And the most difficult one to love that way is who? Right here. So as we meditate on the self and come to have an experience of that divinity, we come to love ourselves, accept ourselves as we are, and we're willing to give up our perfectionist tendencies. I own up to that. I've been a perfectionist my whole life, thinking I could somehow perfect this body, perfect my thinking, and become a perfect human being. That's not going to happen. But there is a place within us that's already whole and perfect and pure. It's our own consciousness. It's who we are. It's the Atman. I had started meditating when I was 18 years old. I started practicing transcendental meditation. Any of you do that? TM? Yeah. I studied with the Maharishi and traveled the world for maybe 7 years, meditating but looking for a higher truth. He gave me the higher truth, but I wasn't ready to hear it yet. There's a wonderful story that they love to tell in the Indian scriptures about a young man, a seeker, who started meditating and studying the various Indian scriptures, and he was filled with a desire to know God. So at a young age, he left his home and started seeking for the highest truth. What was the highest truth? And he heard that there was a guru, a teacher, nearby, and he went to the Guru and said, "Oh, Guruji, I've been reading the various scriptures, and I want to know what's the highest truth." We all want to know that, don't we? And the Guru looked at him and said, "Tattvamasi, thou art that." Meaning, that is the Supreme Being. That's consciousness. God dwells within you as you. And the student heard the words and remembered that he'd read that in the Vedas and read that in the Upanishads and said, thank you very much. And he continued on his way, looking for the highest. He'd already heard that truth, right? That wasn't good enough, right? So he went to the next guru and asked the same question, got the same response. God dwells within you as you, tattvam asi. And so he set out on a search looking for various teachers. And finally he came to the home of a great Sidde and asked the same question, what's the highest truth? And then Sidde said, well, where have you been? Tell me a little bit about your background. And he mentioned all the ashrams that he'd been to and the various teachings. So the guru knew he'd already been exposed to the highest teachings, wasn't ready to hear it. So the Guru said, I'm happy to tell you the highest truth, but you'll have to serve me for 12 years. And your job will be, you'll be in the cow shed, picking up the cow dung, and do that for 12 years, then I will tell you the highest teaching. So he did that. Lived in the ashram, meditated, went to the courses, did selfless service, picked up the cow dung, and after 12 years, finally, he was going to hear the truth. Oh, Guruji, please tell me the highest truth. The Guru looked at him and said, Tattvamasi, thou art that. And the disciple was shocked. He said, Guruji, I heard that, 12 years ago. Why did I have to pick up the cow dung? And the Guru comes and he said, my son, the truth hasn't changed in the last 12 years. Tattvamasi, thou art that. But this time, he got it. He awakened. He'd done sadhana, he'd done spiritual practice. So the opening was there. When the transmission was available, he awakened. Tattvam asi. So, Tattvam asi. Are you ready? Or do you need to pick up cow dung for 12 years? I'm sure that someone would be happy to facilitate that for you. But the truth is that God dwells within you as you. That all of this is a manifestation of the one consciousness that we all share. It seems like you're here and I'm here. It has the appearance of multiple consciousness, but consciousness is one. We are the eyes and the ears of the one experiencing herself. The Shiva Sutras, the second sutra says, Yanam Bandhaha, that universal consciousness, willing and desiring to create a universe, had to willingly forget who she was, Shiva Shakti, and to begin to identify with limited knowledge. And so she manifested a universe where we are playing as if we're separate, individual, limited beings. So our capacity to know and to do everything and to create universes has taken a limited form. We can only do certain things. We only know certain information. We have to read books and use our senses to gather knowledge, or so it seems. Once we come to an awareness that we are not this limited package, that divinity, the totality of divinity is our essential nature, we have access to know anything and to do anything. This is the promise. It was 1975 when I finally met my own guru. I had spent 7 years meditating, traveling, studying various scriptures, and I too wanted to have the experience of Tattvamasi. So I was introduced to Muktananda by my yoga teacher. I was living in New York City at the time. I was in the film business, was producing feature movie, and directing an off-Broadway play when my yoga teacher said, Muktananda's coming to the States. Would you like to meet him? I said, I would love to, but I'm just too busy right now. You know, my schedule was busy. Well, that weekend, the play opened on a Friday night, and it closed on Sunday night. It was a complete flop, you know, and I was singled out as the director for not being very good, so it closed. Monday morning, I went in to do my work on producing the film, and the executive producer came in and said, you know, you're over budget, you're fired. So in the course of 3 days, now I had time. So my friend Rudrani called me and said, I know you're too busy to go, but there's a car caravan going from New York City to Oakland, California. Would you like to go? I said, well, I have the time. And so I went. And the day that we arrived there in Oakland was the day that Muktananda had a heart attack. He was in the San Francisco hospital. But the next day he said, those of you who've arrived, come see me. So they set up a darshan room for him to greet people. And so we had this private darshan set up. And I somehow knew that this was my teacher. So I wanted to make a good impression on him. You know, I had heard that gurus sometimes would test their disciples by asking them test questions, like what's the sound of one hand clapping, or you know, or what was your face looking like before your mother was born? Those sort of Zen-like questions. So I had 2 cups of coffee to make sure that my mind was really alert for that test question. Get a little drink of water here. I also had heard that he could read people's minds. And I sure didn't want him reading what I was thinking in those days. You know? So I meditated extra long so my mind would be really, you know, pure and alert. And then I put on my spiritual clothes. They didn't look anything like this, but I had a denim jacket with the sign of the zodiac on the back. Nice pair of jeans with the Om patch on the rear end, you know. So with this whole package of expectations, I'm brought before Muktananda, and I bow, and he looks at me and he says, what's your name? And I had no idea. My mind was just completely blank. And he hit me with these peacock feathers, which made me completely woozy. I was intoxicated. So he gave me a second chance. He said, you know, where are you from? Again, no idea where I was from, but I remembered my name. I said, I'm David Nowe. He said, very good, very good. What kind of work do you do? No idea, but I remembered where I was from. I was like 2 beats behind, so I said, Baba, I'm from New York. And it dawned on me, I'm not from New York, I'm from Pittsburgh. You know, so here I am, 2 minutes with my guru, and I've forgotten my name and made a complete fool out of myself. So he swatted me with his peacock feathers and said, go sit here, while he was greeting the other people. And while he was greeting them at a certain moment, he just casually looked over, and there was a ray of light that went from his eyes directly to my heart. And it was an explosion. And I really don't have words to describe what the experience was, but my heart opened in a way I'd never felt before. I was madly in love with everyone and everything. The room was filled with light, and I experienced samadhi, the oneness with God, for the first time in my life. And I sat there for about 3 hours. They let me sit while he greeted everyone. And I knew that I had found what I was looking for. I received the transmission of Shaktipat, which awakened the Kudalini and allowed me to have this experience of samadhi. So I stayed with him, lived with him till he passed away. The first 2 years, I have to tell you, were amazing. every time I sat to meditate, samadhi, bliss, chanting, joy, and my life could have gone like that forever. One day Baba came in and said, I want you to work in the kitchen now. No more meditation, no more talks, no more studying. Work in the kitchen, chopping vegetables. And I'm the oldest of 13. I have 10 sisters. I'd never been in the kitchen before other than to eat. But he was telling me this is what I needed to do to go to the next step in my spiritual growth. I resisted it a little bit because we had to get up at 3 in the morning, chop vegetables till 7, 8 at night, no break, no meditation. And this was his instruction, to learn how to chop vegetables. So this went on for a few months, and I wasn't really making a whole lot of progress. Baba came in one day, we were chopping cucumbers. And I had a little piece of cucumber left. And Baba took the knife out of my hand and said, let me show you how to chop. He went, like that. And in a flash, every piece was perfectly shaped. And he looked at me, he said, there's 30 pieces there, count them. I counted them, there were only 27. I'm like, oh my God, there's a crowd of people watching, and I didn't want to blow his cover, but I had to tell him the truth. Baba, I said, Baba, there's 27 pieces. He said, turn the knife over. 3 pieces stuck on the other side of the knife. 30 pieces, exactly as he said. And he said, that's meditation. Learn how to chop vegetables like that. Skill in action, that properly done karma yoga, the work that we do, is a full and complete path. We don't have to sit in meditation. Meditation can be helpful, but raising a family, being an investment banker on Wall Street, chopping vegetables, done with the right understanding and with one pointed awareness, is meditation. So this became my practice, to learn how to chop vegetables like that. So for the next 9 months, 3 o'clock in the morning, had my little cup of coffee and chop, chop, chop. And I remember one morning when we were in there, we were chopping bananas, the fruit salad. And we used to have big crowds, 1,500, 2,000 people per meal. So we had to do a lot of chopping. That's why we chopped all day. And I remember I had, by this time, sort of developed my skills, and I was now the head chopper. Very proud of that. And I had a whole team of people peeling bananas for me, right? Chopping, chopping, chopping. And suddenly, I found myself in this state where it was as if time stood still, and I could see every chop. I was moving, maybe at the speed of light, and I could see every cut. It was like those old samurai movies, where everything's in slow motion. You could see it. The room was filled with light. I was in a state of absolute ecstasy. It was very much like the first experience I had of meditation, but this was while I was working. At that moment, Baba poked his head into the kitchen and said, your time is done here. Go teach. So that was his final teaching before he sent me off to become a teacher and run ashrams. So skill in action. Experiencing divinity in the world. We don't have to renounce the world. In fact, when I went to Kashmir, I was wearing the orange, and Kashmir is the home of the non-dual tradition. They asked me not to wear orange because it's a symbol of renunciation. They said, what can you renounce? If everything is consciousness and everything is God, what is there to renounce? Yes. So this is the teaching, that God dwells within you as your own being, can be realized by many approaches, through meditation, through karma yoga, and see God in other people. This was the fundamental teachings of Muktananda, that God dwells within you as you, and God dwells within everyone. So it's key, the everyone is the key to it. We can't hold on to any resentments, no grievances. So I'm going to invite you, in addition to bringing meditation into your life, is to take a look at your relationships. Take a look at the people in your life and forgive those who've harmed us in any way. No sense in in punishing ourselves by telling ourselves a story. So for our own sake, we forgive others. And we are able to somehow change our perspective. If something has hurt us in the past, how can we view that from a perspective that doesn't cause us pain? We forgive not for the sake of the other, but for the experience of our own divinity. Nothing can detract from the experience of supreme bliss like seeing faults in other people, judging them. Yeah. So my final message would be really just two things. Meditate on your own self with the awareness that God dwells within you as you, and having realized that within your own being, see that same divinity in everyone and in everything without exception. Can we do that? Let's make a promise. Yeah, we're willing to do that? Recognize I am divine and so is everyone else. God bless.
Just take a deep breath after that. When we have such a wonderful speaker, I like to take a little time to shift. I hate to shift out of this moment sometimes. Thank you, Swami. Thank you. It is time, though, for our offering prayer. So we'll say that together, and the gals in the back will pass the basket in case there's anything you want to contribute. Recognizing God as the source of my supply, I joyously give of God's abundance, which is blessed and multiplied through me, and so it is.
Oh, Jesus, I love you, and I love Buddha too, Rama, Krishna, Guru, Dev, Tao Te Ching, and Mohammed. Why do some people say that there is just one way to love you, God, and come to you? We are all a part of you, alright, 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 alright. I love you and Buddha too, you are unnameable, you are unknowable, all we have is metaphor. That's what time and space are for. Is the universe your thought? You are and you are not. You are many, you are one. Never ending, just begun. Alright, 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 alright. I love you and Buddha too. Alright, alright, alright. I love you and Buddha too. Oh Jesus, I love you. And I love Buddha too, Rama, Krishna, Guru, Dev, Tao Te Ching, and Mohammed. Why do some people say that there is just one way to love you, God, and come to you? We are all a part of you, alright, 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 alright. I love you and Buddha too, you are unnameable, you are unknowable, all we have is metaphor. That's what time and space are for. Is still in your thought. You are and you are not. Ever ending, just begun. It's begun and just begun. Alright, 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 alright. I love you and Buddha too. Alright, 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 alright. I love you and Buddha too, and Buddha too, and Buddha too, alright, and Buddha too, alright. I love you and Buddha too, and Buddha too, Buddha too, Buddha too. I love you and Buddha too.
I love you and Buddha too. All right.
Thanks again, Van, Frank, Jeffrey, Daryl, and Ken. Thank you very much. And thank you to Remy, our tech guy, tech wizard today. And who did setup today? I know you were here.
Remy
Yeah.
did a lot of heavy lifting on
Yeah,
that.
Remy did a lot. Okay, well, thanks for that. Okay, please do sign up for meditation and for setup crew. There's sheets out on the table. And then, Sarah, do you have an announcement?
Tonight's the Summer Breeze concert, John Fulbright, in the park at Lions Park. It starts at 7:30. I'm having a come and go potluck at my house across the street from the park beginning at 6 o'clock. It's 509 South Flood. Bring something and join us before we wander over to the park for music.
Yes, Swami? Yes, absolutely.
So wonderful to see you all here. Swami suggested that I announce that we are going to be hosting a trip in India, Rishikesh, where Swami Ji lives. And it's going to be 2 weeks, February 22nd to March 8th. And it's going to be beautiful. And Swami Ji is going to be part of it, guiding us, doing an intensive. We're also going to do a beautiful, what I call community tantra, 2-day intensive, and seeing all the temples, the caves, the meditation caves, going on sacred pilgrimages. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Would love to have you.
Okay, and then how can someone contact you if they decide later they might want to do this? Okay. Okay. She's got cards. Okay.
Okay. We have a treat. Swami doesn't head to the airport right away, so we're going to have lunch for anyone over at Blues. I called, and they have a very informal lounge. It's almost like eating at a bar. So you're not going to have tables and formal kind of stuff. We're going to sit around in couches and little tables that you can put your drink on, and have lunch and chat and visit, spend some time with each other. Everybody's welcome. And Blues Restaurant is almost a walk across the parking lot. It's really close. So down the street, take a left, block or two, and Blues Restaurant. So everybody's welcome. Join us.
Great. There's going to be an afterglow. Okay, our final announcement before we circle up is our next week's speaker is Richard Coburg. The title of his talk is Meditation as a Metaphor for Everything. Dr. Richard Coburg is a retired administrator and OU professor of human relations who's been teaching meditation since 1976. Raised Catholic, Richard accidentally began meditating with the rosary at an early age because technology hadn't been invented yet, and that was as close as he could get to a video game. He thinks his weightiest credential with Morningstar might be that our musician, Daryl Clark, is one of his best friends.
He does have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
We can sense that. Okay, we're going to say our prayer for protection. It's on the back of your songbook. And it'll be on the screen, I think. And after that, we'll circle up for our closing circle. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. So it is.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it